And this is the night that we had the two-ring battle royal. And this particular event was filmed, taped by ABC Wide World of Sports on January the 18th, 1973. You see the ABC TV cameraman in here at the ringside and in the ring doing some close-ups of Mad Dog Vachon. In the ring comes the former USA bronze medal winner at the Olympics, of course, in 1972, I think it was, that our good friend Chris Taylor was the bronze medal winner, beat the Russian. There he is raising his hands in victory salute there even before the match starts. We're going to show you this high spot. Great match here at the International Amphitheater, January the 18th, 1973, when Mad Dog Vachon wrestled the great former bronze medal winner at the Olympics, Chris Taylor. Of course, Chris Taylor did die a few years later, and unfortunately, that was a very unfortunate thing because was one of the great young wrestling prospects, had become a real popular man around the circuit. But here he is in all his glory, and this was one of his first appearances at the International Amphitheater, Chris Taylor, and here he is in against a real tough customer, Mad Dog Vachon. Of course, Mad Dog and his brother Butcher were the former AWA Tag Team Champions of the world, and Mad Dog Vachon had a great amateur wrestling background, and he is tough. And in this particular match, you can see how strong Mad Dog Vachon really was, because he's really taking this big guy, Chris Taylor, to task. And you can see that Chris Taylor outweighs Mad Dog by some 100 pounds almost. And still Mad Dog is ripping and tearing on him. The referee's moving in, trying to restore order. Now, fans, you see right next there's another ring. Of course, next week, or 2 weeks, next week, we're going to show you one of the battle royals that happened this particular night. We had two battle royals on this particular date in 1973, and there you can see in the background the other ring. We're going to show you one of those battle royals next week on this show. But for now, let's see this big guy, Chris Taylor, moving in on Mad Dog Vachon. And you also know that Mad Dog Vachon was the former AWA World Champion. Not only was he and his brother the tag team champions of the AWA, but also he did win the AWA title from Vern Gagne at one point and was the champion. So this Mad Dog Vachon was tough. Now he's going to try to take Chris Taylor off his feet, and that's going to be no easy task. Oh, Taylor gave him a shot, and out of the ring goes Mad Dog. There you see ABC cameraman there at ringside taping this event. The date, January the 18th, 1973, fans, at the International Amphitheater. January the 18th, 1973. There you see the Mad Dog, very upset over what had just happened. Now he's going to move in against the big guy once again, and he's going to try to get at him another way, try to mangle his face a little bit. Now they're going to have a test of strength. Now, would you like this? Now, let me tell you, Mad Dog Vachon, always a tough customer, always rough, and incredibly endowed, great strength, and you're going to see that right here, even though our friend Taylor is putting him back. Taylor was a huge wrestler, but on top of everything else, he could move very well, and the fans loved Chris Taylor. One of the last great Olympic wrestling champions, the bronze medal winner. Now he's going to try to body slam Chris Taylor. Now that's going to be a task. There he is. He tries to jerk him up. There's no way he's going to body slam Chris Taylor. Mad Dog Vachon at the International Amphitheater against Chris Taylor. This was on January the 18th, 1973, and this was a night to remember. ABC Wide World Sports at the International. Oh, Chris Taylor just took up the big Mad Dog. And Mad Dog's flat out in the middle of the ring from that body slam. Look at that Chris Taylor. What a hulking man. Oh, now he stepped on it. I tell you, you just have to be in shape to go against a guy like Chris Taylor in the wrestling business. Would you like to be in there, fans, have a step on your stomach? That'll cure everything you got wrong with you. All right, now Chris Taylor moving back in again. Of course, ABC Wide World of Sports remembered Chris Taylor very well. If you fans that followed the Olympics that year that Chris Taylor won the bronze medal, you know that he was the darling of the of the events over there, and all the eyes of the nation and the world were on Chris Taylor. They thought he was going to take the gold. Unfortunately, he ended up with the bronze. But he was in the big heavyweight division, you know, and the Russians have always dominated the heavyweight division. And he was really right in there to the last, as a matter of fact, winning a bronze for the United States of America. And here we go now. Mad Dog Vachon, a great amateur wrestler, great amateur background, a tough customer. Now he's biting. You know, Mad Dog in those days used to bite the ears and on his foes. In this particular case, he just tried to bite Chris Taylor's ear. The referee's moving in. See, there he's going again. He's ripping and tearing. He's trying to pull his mouth apart. Now Chris Taylor's in trouble because this is Mad Dog. Now Mad Dog's got him on his knees, and this is bad for Chris Taylor. Mad Dog has got Chris Taylor on his knees, and this is not good. Mad Dog ripping and tearing and coming up with that knee into Chris Taylor's face. Chris Taylor is taking a lot of punishment about the face in this particular match. It's January the 18th, 1973, on the Wrestling Hall of Fame Classics here on Chicago Wrestling. And here you see now Chris Taylor has just put Mad Dog Vachon over the top rope, and this match is going to go to a no decision as the time is running out here at the International Amphitheater. Mad Dog Vachon is on the outside on the apron, and Mad Dog Vachon, I think this was about all he wanted of this big guy. And fans, that's it for today, and we'll be back with a message. Stay